GG potentials. Muted crabs. Muted. But I'll get it going. Welcome back to another episode of BTL. Crabs will tell you the number when we get back here. L Mike, L Crabs might be back.
Let me get a 10. Let me get a 4. Let me get a 10. Let me get a 4.
There we go.
Can I get them? Goodness gracious. The gambling gods, they're kicking us while we're down. Okay. Ladies and gents, Javon, hope you're doing well. Okay, happy Thursday, BTL episode 441 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts here, Crabs and Javon, presented by Pickett Sports. Okay, if you guys aren't tracking your bets on Pickett Sports, if you're not going over to Pickett to see what the hell I'm on right now to fade it, because that's how fucking cold I am, you're missing out. Okay, go check it out. Pickett Sports, go download it, promo code Javon. Okay, trying out the new camera here, guys. Moving it around, the mic, obviously, all this new shit. Got about 1,000 wires. Shit ain't working. My keyboard ain't working for the PC, but we're here, we're moving, we're alive, and we're finding winners for today's slate. Today's slate kind of moose, though. Would you say so, Javon?
Very moose. So,
a little bit moose.
We need to get back to hitting squad rides. Tough slate to do it, but I think we're going to figure it out today.
Yep. Goots, let's go ahead and show the people that squad ride shit show, you could call it, from yesterday. My goodness. Seattle ML, I bet. George Kirby on Wagon Wednesday. That should be a good look, right? The last pick we put in there for the squad ride.
Yeah, how the fuck did I win the poll, man? Can we make an agreement as a collective here, that chat also included? Can we just not vote the juiciest play in baseball every single time it's in the poll? Because that's won every single time. So can we not do that?
Yeah, but I feel like the people wanted to see one go through the hoop, and maybe they felt a little rushed there at the ends. I don't know. We can't blame the chat for our shitty bets, because at the end of the day, we should be going 5-0 on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should be going 5-0. No excuses.
That was easily, I would say, still most confusing selection that I think we've ever had.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. We probably should have just left it out. It's my fault for saying let's fill it up and make it a 5 guys. And saying let's change the vibes here after we did 4, for the last couple of days and losing coins. But we're here. Okay, we're going to find a way to get the coins back. Guys, it has not been a good 2 weeks with the squad rides. Okay, it's not rocket science. We are transparent on here. When we're winning bets, we're getting hype. We're talking about it. We're letting you guys know. When we're losing bets, we're talking about it. We're letting you guys know. Okay, you can't hit bets all the time. Betting's like a fucking roller coaster. You just got to stay on the goddamn ride. Okay, don't get fucking launched off. Stay poised, relax. It's going to come back up. All right, we're going to start hitting some bets, hitting some squad rides. I'm not worried about it. Okay, do I look scared? Do I look like I'm fretting? No. Okay, I'm ready to fucking dive into today and find a goddamn winner. Okay, just like the Lightning were last night. The squad ride, Seattle ML, cake. Sharp report yesterday, cake. Again, too many X's, not good enough. Plain and simple. Okay, king of the board. Let's take a peep at that puppy. Go take a look at it if we have it. Sure. Hey, we got a green one.
There we go. Want to know?
It was always the Lightning, guys. I don't know what it was, but I had a weird feeling in my plums about that one. And the Lightning got it done. I nuked it. Happy. Got some coins back. That and the Giants plus 1.5 late night helped. Electric. But they did not. We didn't make coins. They helped. They put a Band-Aid on the wounds. But we need more fucking winners for today. Plain and simple. We have to be in the green. Okay, enough is enough. Cut the shit. Chat, lock the fuck in. When we give you those 5 options later today on this episode for the squad rides, we need you guys clicking the right buttons. It's that simple. Okay, we're going to be sharp. We're going to be better. We're going to find you guys better options. But goodness gracious, we got to hit one. Come on. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving here. No steam crabs. We don't have time for it. We got to lab. We got to find winners. Okay. We do have day baseball on right now. I am on the Mets on the ML, so let's see how many runs they're already down by. Oh, they're not losing yet. Good. Javon, any bets on this game going on right now in the 3rd inning?
No, I got nothing pending.
Nothing pending? Okay.
No, not a thing.
Apparently, people are talking in chat. You might have some hockey plays you're pretty excited about for later today. Is this true?
I got one. Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah.
Good. We got Took It with Brent coming in hot, resubbing. Let's get back on track. Haven't been here for almost 2 years for nothing. That is true, my man. Cohen's Cake resubbing as well 3 months ago. He believes. All right, 3 minutes ago for 12 months. He believes. The Jen came in with the party of 30. How we doing, gentlemen? Good morning.
Yes.
Okay. Let me know what you guys are sweating today. Very curious what the Degen fam is all on for this Mets game. Did they go sharp with the Mets? Did they go fake sharp and try to call their bluff and take the Tigers? I don't know. What are you guys sweating out for that morning game? Okay, keep me updated. We've got a beautiful game in D.C. this afternoon with Martin Perez on the bump, Javon. That should be fun.
Yeah, should be a good look.
Right? I'm excited to talk about that one. Looks like Martin Perez is a favorite against Josiah Gray, who's got a 15.75 ERA. I fucking bet. Very curious to see how that game goes. I have a play in it. Okay. Gates, what are we working with over here, brother? What do we got?
Oh,
let's hop to the sharp report. Why not? Let's get right into it.
Lindor.
Yeah, what do we have here, though? Francisco Lindor hit by a pitch. We got a base runner?
Oh,
hey, we got a base runner for the
runner.
Mets. There we go. Sure. Good for them. Before we hop into the sharp report, very down to if the Mets lose game 1, I'm going to double dip and go with the Mets on game 2. Not rocket science, not a crazy system. Just backing the home team on the ML tonight and get their first win of the season in a doubleheader today. If they get swept in the doubleheader today and end of the day 0-6, I'll charge it to the fucking game. Okay. But I believe in the Mets, at least their lineup, and I think they'll get 1 win today, so we'll at least break even. We'll see how this first game goes, though. All right? W's. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's pull up the sharp report because I'll be honest with you, Pete Alonso probably not getting a hit there. All right, he's cold as ice. Mets game 1, I've got it. Looks like you've got the Pitt Penguins up there, just like I was talking about on the ice. What do you like about Pittsburgh tonight?
Yeah, so this is going to be a crazy game because somehow, some way, the Penguins have fought their way back 3 points back from a playoff spot that is held by the Capitals. Held by the Capitals, who they're playing today in DC. Kind of crazy to see them, as a favorite in this game with what we've seen from, the Capitals and really at home, but I guess what we've seen from the Penguins too prior to this little streak they've been on. And definitely helps that a month ago, this game was right after the deadline. So like the period where the Pens were kind of dead, it was 6-0 Caps. They absolutely demolished them in every which way in this game. So to see them hanging around this little pick on slight favorite type number in DC is kind of crazy. And I want to take them to this game. I want to keep riding the streak. I think they're going to find their way in. Obviously a little biased there because I have the bet from a while ago, but they are rolling right now. I think you have a couple of tired legs with the Caps because they're generally an old team. You also have Lindgren, who's gotten a lot of action lately, and they don't really have any other choice but to go to him to get again because Darcy Kemper is hurt now. So I think the Caps are kind of running out of gas.
Well, I hate to hear that as a Capitals fan. They have dropped 3 games in a row. Looks like some of the magic is wearing off. Like you said, Pitt playing really well right now. They've won 4 of their last 5 games. They're on fire. How many games are they behind the Caps in the standings, and how many games left overall do these teams have? Like less than 10?
3 points behind. So I mean,
Okay.
it's not. Yeah, games not incredibly relevant
points
for the NHL. It's points, but there's after this game, there's 6 games left for the
That's
Penguins
it?
at least. Yeah, so it's coming down to the wire. So this is like a massive swing game for both teams.
Huh. So what has this line done since it's dropped? I'm seeing Pitt as a small favorite. Were they up,
Yeah,
to minus 120 at one point? I swear I saw them as more of a favorite.
yeah. I saw like minus 115, then it dipped back down. It was sitting at a pick 'em for a while. Now you're starting to get a couple cents back the Penguins' way. So like it's been relatively chilling.
Okay. All right. You're sticking with your guns here. You're back in the red hot Pitt Panthers. Shit, man. Or Penguins. Sorry. Minus 113. Looks like they did originally open up plus money last night.
Yeah.
And then got steamed immediately to minus, 115-ish. Maybe moved back a tad. Probably getting some Caps action at home on the M. I could guess, right? Yeah, you're probably right. Looking at the Caps, they spanked them the last time they played, like you talked about. Back to Panthers is a favorite on the road. This game means more for them. And the way this team is, the way the Caps are freaking trending, not too shabby or not too good. And then the freaking Penguins on fire recently. They probably come into DC tonight and get a big time win. I like that on the ML.
Yeah.
Is that one of your favorite plays today?
It is. I mean, definitely a little bias in there. I could say that, but it's weird for the Penguins because they play. Ooh, is that a run? Or is that foul?
No way.
Same play, folks.
No way.
2 of them.
Francisco.
No way we got
Alvarez.
runs in New York.
No.
No way we got runs in New York. Can we get the ball
Come
to
on.
bounce our fucking way one time this week, please?
Let's go, Crabs.
Please.
Let's go.
Come on.
Pete Alonso's moving.
Let's fucking go.
Moving.
Huge. All right. Yesterday, we started the day out with fucking cake and a half with the Marlins ML and AJ Puck. Today is different. Okay. Today's the Mets. They get it done. Finish. Javon,
Right here.
Penguins ML. I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in. Let's go back to baseball, can we?
Sure.
You down?
Yep.
Let's fucking go, Francisco Alvarez. Love to see that. Still no RBIs for Pete there. He scored. He's doing everything besides RBIs. Unbelievable. All right, let me take you to DC because we're already there, right? You were just talking about the Penguins versus Caps. Let's stay in DC because we get the rubber match between the newly non-undefeated Pittsburgh Pirates here and the Nats, who are coming off a nice little win. This total's at 9, right? And for probably good reason. I mean, Josiah Gray looked like rat meat in his first start of the season. Martin Perez is a lefty against the Nats, who were looking like they might have gotten going a little bit last night in that game offensively. I think we get runs again in this game. I was looking at the Prize Picks board last night, Javon. A lot of guys up for the Nats. A lot of guys up for Pittsburgh. A lot of run squares were up last night. I got to double check and see if they're still up there. But good sign, good vibes for runs. Plenty of them in this game in DC tonight. What's the Prize Picks board telling you, and what's this total telling you about this game, Javon?
I mean, it's weird because Martin Perez is involved, and I still have PTSD from trying to figure that guy out in a lot of starts because this seems like the obvious, like he would get touched up spot, but I mean, total is not really going anywhere, and then there's a lot of squares up, so it kind of scares me. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I do like Trey Lipscomb was very close to making my side of the card. I just hate backing the Nats.
No way.
Yeah, I hate backing the Nats after yesterday, seeing him trying to get 2 in a row against a noted coin stealer.
Yeah, that's fair. But the Nats bullpen did close it out last night, which means they're due to give up, plenty of runs in the 8th and 9th tonight.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's a good sign.
Definitely looking better on the over side of things. I'll tell you that. I'm with you. Just a little.
Okay.
I'm a little scared of like all the weather today in general because it's literally horrendous across the league.
Yeah, it's not great. Very dark over here in the DMV today. Shit weather, kind of cold. But it was shit weather and kind of cold last night. They put up 8 runs. I think Martin Perez gets lit up by the Nats, looking at the Prize Picks board. And I think Josiah Gray, bless his heart, I would love to see Josiah Gray be the ace, be the future of the Nats. But as a baseball guy, as a baseball lifer, as a Nats guy, you could just feel it in your plums. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. And I'm not saying he can't be, a 2 or 3, down the stretch in his career, but he's not a 1. Mackenzie Gore could be a 1. But Josiah's not a 1. He's very inconsistent, but he's consistently inconsistent. Where he'll put together a couple bad starts in a row, 2 or 3 in a row, and then he'll, lock in and have 2 or 3, good starts in a row. Right now, I think he's going to kind of regress, continuously and pitch like shit until we see him, kind of pull out of the depths here and get his season on track. It's been ugly for Josiah Gray towards the end of the season last year. We know he was an all-star. First half was great. Second half, he fell off. I don't think he's ever put that many miles on his arm in a season, and it showed. And it's still showing, right? Until he starts looking like the Josiah Gray from the first half last season, we keep fading this guy respectfully. I hate doing it. I hate talking about it, but he's just not dialed. And he's going to get absolutely lit up by a Pirates team that brought their bats. Not only, this series, but this season. Like, these guys can hit a little bit. They can play. And I'm worried a little bit for Josiah Gray, whether there's some wind blowing, left to right or not. I think he could get absolutely obliterated today. So that total looking at a little bit high to me at 9. Like that the game went under finally yesterday. So both these teams finally got their first under of the season under their belts. I'm going with runs in this contest. I love that total opened up -120 to the under juiced. And now we're seeing, pretty much -110 both sides for that total, give or take a couple cents. We get runs in DC tonight. Lane Thomas is going to be involved. Trey Lipscomb is going to be involved. The Nats might carry this, but I do think Josiah Gray, gives up enough runs as well against this red-hot Pirates lineup.
Yeah, I'm in for that. I mean, something I saw from Trevor Williams yesterday, which I saw it, I guess, early when like Luzardo dealt. Cap. Yeah, I saw it early like when Luzardo dealt against the Pirates, and I kind of thought like the one thing he did right is he pounded the bottom of the zone. And when you pound the bottom of the zone consistently and you're able to locate against the Pirates, they can't hit shit. So like I don't think Josiah Gray is really there to be able to do that yet. He's probably going to miss one to Sawinski or O'Neal Cruz, and it's going to be sent to the moon or Kutch.
Yep. Hey, there'll be times during the season when Josiah Gray's locked in and we can back him to do well. We can back him to pitch, solid. Not right now.
Yeah.
Not right this second. Okay. And do I even need to mention Josiah Gray pitching in Nats Park? Do I even need to remind you guys of how that goes typically compared to on the roads? Because
pretty moose.
When that guy steps foot on that mound in DC, bad things happen. Bad things happen. Runs get scored, home runs hit. The guy can't pitch at home. I don't get it. Makes no sense. Fade him. Both teams put up runs. Both teams carry. Game soars over.
Sure.
Ooh, looks like you got an NIT play as well. Let's go. Take me to the NIT championship, Javon. What do you like? It looks like you like some points. Good.
I do like some points. And I like it a little more. I don't know what I was really expecting spread-wise in this game, but maybe I was expecting it to be a little closer to Seton Hall's way. But the fact that Indiana State is favored like they are, I think they're going to control the tempo of this game, which Seton Hall, like they're a pretty good defensive team, but whoever they play, they let them control the tempo. They play to a slow team or they play to a fast team. We've seen that really all season, but even in the NIT too, like same thing that they've had all throughout this run. So I think Indiana State's really going to try and do what they want, transition, make sure that defense doesn't get set up in the half court all that much. And Seton Hall, they're not like the best three-point shooting team, but they're playing a three-point defense that is going to give them open look after open look. So I think they're going to be able to score at will too. And I'm sure you also do with Seton Hall +3 on the card. So I think this is a exciting championship game where we see scores in the 80s. Oh, potential cake. Potential Crabs freezage. You hate to see that. You absolutely hate to see that. That cam for Crabs might be on its last legs. On its last legs. After its performance last night, too. Might have had double-digit freezes in night sweats. Crazy. Crazy goods, man. We got to be better. Got to be so much
It's just
better.
like it's happened with everything with the setup. He gets it new, it's broken.
Dude.
It's just it can't literally
Setup.
technical difficulties -270.
Set up moose.
Oh,
Set
he
up
might be
absolutely
back.
moose. Did just spawn and already spawned frozen. You hate to see that. Well, in the meantime, I'll go over some of the rest of my squares because I have 3 squares today. Because I liked a couple squares, and this is the weird one of them all. Good, so you can pull up the chart. Daniel Gafford, more than 1.5 free throws, which, I mean, I don't know that I've seen a square this ridiculous, especially when it's at the 1.5 instead of the 0.5 like you typically see these at. So it's a very obvious play on the square for those reasons. But at the same time, they're playing the Hawks today, and you all know exactly what happened last time the Hawks played the Mavs. I don't even know the exact number, but the Luka game. And can guarantee you, obviously, it's a little different of a Hawks team that they're going to be playing since then, but they're going to throw everything and their mother at Luka Doncic in this game, which a lot of teams do. It's not the craziest take there, but they're going to throw everything at him. I think Daniel Gafford's going to absolutely feast in this game. I think that Hawks defense, which is already bad, is going to be out of position. So, yes, I'm taking the square simply because of how the square looks. That's kind of what we do with free throw squares, but I think there's a basketball angle of it too. I think Gafford's going to get fed a little bit. They're going to try and force the ball out of Luka's hands and not get 70 dropped on their head again. And they're going to have, in the paint presence isn't just going to be Clint Capella sitting in the paint like it usually is. It's going to be a lot of guys rotating and out of position. Maybe you get a mismatch on Gafford at some point because they're throwing bodies at Luka. He's going to go to the free throw line and bank 2 for us. And yes, we're doing it. You're not stopping anything, Remulo. That's not what I'm saying. They ain't stopping anything with Luka. It's just they're going to give him different looks, which I think is going to lead to Gafford getting to the free throw line, just feasting overall. I think if you want to take like an actual square, like his PRA is a pretty solid option there too. So give me that. And then also give me Paul Goldschmidt in this game against Ryan Weathers. To be honest with you, I really couldn't choose between a couple of guys in this game. I think Wilson Contreras is a pretty good shout too. He's probably the best matchup that I like, but I'm a little worried that he might not play because he got plunked on the hand. The lineup still hasn't come out. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. It might have come out recently, but since we started the stream or before we started the stream, I didn't see it out yet. So it's questionable whether he even plays. And if he does play, he's playing a little banged up on his hand. So that's a little worrisome there. But I think I can also find a pretty good matchup with Paul Goldschmidt. Ryan Weathers, a guy who's obviously pitching from the left side, which goalie absolutely kills. and he gives up plenty of hard contact. So you're going to need something to spark a little extra velo from Goldie. Really, a lot of these cards hitters kind of need that. Him, Wilson Contreras, Nolan Arenado needs it too, but I'm not willing to go to the grave with him in this spot because he's looked absolutely pitiful. So yeah, give me Goldie in this matchup. Definitely want to target, the Marlins pitchers, or at least start of the pitchers. And look at Krabs. Internet, GG's. But yeah, I would assume that he's not playing Wilson Contreras. So give me Paul Goldschmidt instead. That'll be the square that I'm going to die on a hill with in this game. Hopefully he gets one off of Weathers early. Would not be shocked if we get, knowing Ryan Weathers' leash, what it typically is, an early exit from him, and then we get into the Marlins bullpen, which is a little more rested, I guess, with the top guys than it has been in the last couple days, but it's still overall very, very bad. So give me Goldie in the spots. And then also give me James Harden, which I'm seeing rumors of a bump, which is crazy that he's getting bumped up from 15.5 to 16 when the chart looks like that. Yes, you're going to see a bump in usage today, obviously, because they're not fully healthy, whether it's actual injuries or rest management, who knows? But I kind of like targeting guys like this against the Nuggets, and it's not easy to say because the Nuggets, obviously, the defense is obviously really good. But at the same time here, like you look up and down the court, you're going to have a couple wings there, obviously, with the Clippers, and they're going to be having a really tough matchup with a lot of the length between Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon. They're going to have on the perimeter, one of the crutches of that Nuggets defense, and then obviously inside, they're not going to feed Zubac like that, even though Jokic is not the best, interior defender. So the one area to really attack against the Nuggets is, against Jamal Murray, or KCP is a good defender. We'll see if he switches on him, but James Harden in ISO ball. I think this is where he's going to absolutely feast. The numbers are low because obviously he's been one of those guys like him and like SGA that haven't been benefiting from getting the free throw line nearly as much. So the points have been down. The production's been down. I have been kind of good at targeting these little Harden spike games. I'll pat myself on the back for that. I'm hoping that's another one today. But I just think the matchup kind of lends itself to a lot of Harden volume. So we're going to get one of those spike games from him. Obviously helps that, he's going without one of his superstars too in that offense, who has a tough matchup anyway. So with or without him in the lineup, I would still kind of lean towards Harden here, but with him out, gladly taking Harden. Again, take pretty much notice that he was at 15.5. Now he's getting bumped up to 16 when he doesn't have that in even his last two games combined against pitiful defenses. So give me that. James Harden, grub game. I think he goes absolutely off today. Off. Some might say this is what we need to get one through the hoop. Crap's just taking one for the team. I don't know. The internet doesn't want to see us be great. I'll say that. His usage should have went up last game, and he took 7 shots. Exactly. That's why I'm taking him now, and that's why the books think the same thing. So I'm on that. That's my full card as far as the sharp report goes. Interested to hear Krabs talk about Lipscomb and Lane Thomas, but I can talk about this for a second. Trey Lipscomb almost made my card. I was just so sold off of Nats props, and I hate Martin Perez, but Trey Lipscomb's been off to a really hot start to this year as a young hitter, and he's going against a lefty where he's obviously the guy towards the bottom of that lineup, or the middle of that lineup, and a guy who doesn't strike many guys out either. So, that's one that I will certainly be playing as well, especially if he runs in the game. And looks like he's returned.
Dude, I feel like I'm getting punched in the face by Mike Tyson every day when I wake up, trying to set up this goddamn technology. Straight up. Tens, you can hear my beautiful voice. We're back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tens or no?
Yeah. Tens.
Good. Yeah, my internet went out. My roommates were texting in the group chat too, so you literally just can't fucking script it. My keyboard doesn't work, so I just have to do the fucking keyboard on my screen, clicking the buttons with my mouse. It's been ridiculous. Okay. But we're back, and we got the Mets banging, so we can't have that much to complain about. All right, the Mets are banging. Can I get a score check?
Yeah, Mets
Why try to fucking figure out how to run the internets?
I wasn't able to check the Mets score. Asking bang questions.
And play out.
Dudes.
In playouts. Looks like
Mets double play.
Let's go.
Mets double play. Let's go, boys. Come on.
Hauser
all right, I'm going to say this and then we're going to move. I'm not getting out from this chair until I figure out how to fucking get this PC working like a normal PC with the internet and everything, with the capture for the games. I'm not leaving this seat today until we figure that out. So I don't care if it takes all night. Doesn't matter. I cannot go on any more days without all this shit working. Okay? We're going to figure it out today. And no, not come on Tigers, bad Mamba. That's the last thing I need to see in chats after talking about how bad we need a winner with the Mets. Okay? No. Trust me, guys. I need this one better. I think my elderly grandmother can work technology better than Krabs. Guys, I know how to work the tech. I used to sell tech. I know all about the technologies. Okay? I was literally inside my PC yesterday, taking it apart, shoving things in there, trying to get the capture card ready. I swear to God, like I'm a fucking Geek Squad mechanic. Okay, I was in there. All right, we're going to get it working. I promise. All right, for now, we just get the winners. All right, that's one thing we can control. All right. Lindor and McNeil smiling could be the difference. Wow, a rare smile from the Mets. Maybe they continue those vibes and they get a win here today. That could be the difference. All right, let's go back to Seton Hall. We're going to talk about this basketball game. I didn't hear your pitch on the over. Can you give me a quick spark notes here?
Quick spark notes. Seton Hall plays to the tempo of their opponents. They're also not the best three-point shooting team, but they're going to have every chance in the world against Indiana State, and Indiana State does not want to let Seton Hall get set up in the half court defensively, so they're going to run. That's the spark notes.
Good. I'm with you. I think Seton Hall can play their game. Not a lot of teams can play Indiana State's game and keep up with their pace and keep up with all their threes they take, but Seton Hall can. And let's not forget both these teams, all right, not just Seton Hall, but mainly Seton Hall, in my opinion. Both these teams were the ones that got snubbed, in my opinion, out of the NCAA tournament, and they're both in the NIT finals. Not a coincidence. Motivation is the main factor of advancing the NIT tournament, in my opinion. Half the teams don't even want to be there. You can tell by just watching the fucking games, the effort level, right? They're already, checking the fucking transfer portal to see where they're going next year, okay? It is what it is. But these two teams, okay, Seton Hall and Indiana State, they've brought the energy of the entire tournament. They've destroyed the other teams they played for the most parts, and they've dominated on their way to a championship here and a chance to have their season mean something, right? For both these squads. You've got Seton Hall with 3 electric guards, some of the best guards, best guard combos in all of college basketball. It's going to be tough to slow them down for Indiana State. And Indiana State's made the most three-pointers in D1 history without making the NCAA tournament this season. So they can shoot the ball. We know they have Robbie Avila as well, who's just electric, awesome player. But I don't think it's going to be enough against Seton Hall. And Seton Hall has a decent big man in Bediako, at least good enough to contain Robbie Avila down low. We'll see how he gets when he gets immobile. But I think Seton Hall can keep up in this game. I loved seeing the spread move initially with all the bets coming in on Indiana State up to 3.5. Now back down to 3. I think that was too many points. I think this game will be very, very close. Probably will go down to the last possession. Probably will be one of the most exciting college basketball games we've seen in a while. And I'm on Seton Hall. Give me the points. We might need them. Okay, but I don't see how they don't keep this game within 3 points with that unbelievable trio of guards that they have there. This one, it's personal for Seton Hall. They should be in the NCAA tournaments. They could have made a run.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Sure. Good. Looks like you went a couple extra prize pick squares today. That's okay. You got Daniel Gafford involved.
Yeah.
Former Wizard legend.
Yeah,
you saw. Tell me about him.
Well, I'll give you the spark notes just so you can hear it for the rest of them. Gafford, you saw the square, crazy square.
Yeah.
Last time the Mavs played the Hawks, that was also the Luka 70 burger. So not that their defense is going to be able to stop him, but they're going to throw everything at him, put him out of position. Maybe you're going to get a weird Gafford roll to the rim against a smaller defender who has no choice but to foul him, and he's going to go to the free throw line. That's what the square kind of tells you. It's also crazy that like a lot of these squares that look like this are always 0.5, not 1.5. And it's not like the matchup really makes any sense for it, like historically, because I was like looking at a lot of the bigs, like other than Brooke Lopez, who plays like drastically different from every other big, like they're not going to the line like a lot against the Hawks just because their perimeter defense is so bad. That's where they're getting torched. So crazy square there. Goldie going up against Ryan Weathers, Turk tosser. I wanted Contreras, but he's probably not playing because he's hurt. I need a lefty. I need a guy who gets hard contact. I want Goldie in the middle of this lineup against Ryan Weathers. I think that's the best matchup. You can argue Contreras, but probably best matchup that's actually going to be in the lineup. And then other square, Harden, which got bumped up when the chart looks like this. So you're playing with no Kawhi today. You're going up against the Nuggets, which the Nuggets really hard defensively to get on them on the wing with MPJ and Aaron Gordon, two size defenders with size, and Aaron Gordon is one of the toughest matchups for really anybody out there. And then on the inside, Zubac is just not the one that's going to go and feast on Jokic. So Harden, who's going to get uptick in volume. Second game, you're going to have that. First one was against the terrible defense in the Kings, more of a facilitator. Now against the Nuggets, he's going to have to score and be aggressive off the dribble. So those are three.
Okay. Well, every time you take James Harden, knock on wood, I feel like it's good vibes. I feel like you target him pretty well, and it's usually a nasty square when you're taking a go like that. And, typically it's worked out well. So let's hope we can keep that up. I'm so in. Paul Goldschmidt, sure. Let's get involved today for the Cardinals. Let's fucking do something. And Daniel Gafford, when I saw that text this morning about that square, I almost had to take a double check there. I was like, what the hell are we talking about? That square being up? That makes no sense. That square should not exist on Earth. I am 1,000% in.
That's one of the craziest squares I think I've ever seen.
Ooh, looks like our guy Birdman thinks it's Matt Wallner Day, does he?
There we go. Say his name.
Does he think it's Matt Wallner Day? Bibi, Pablo Lopez. That's a weird game. Totals at 7.5. Juice is moving towards that under just a little bit more, down to -120 some places. So, the under looks easy in that game, I would say. What are your initial thoughts on Cleveland versus Minnesota?
I'm not really sure. I kind of like runs, but it's another one of those where I don't feel great looking at both those pitchers because I think probably one of them gets hit up a little bit. I'm just not sure exactly who. But Tanner Bybee, there's a couple of guys that if they were hitting a little better to start the season, I would definitely be targeting against him for the Twins, like King Julian. Like he's kind of been asked to start the season, but I feel like his matchup with Matt Wallner, you can put in that category too. So I wouldn't rule out like a Turk or two. So I don't think the Twins are going to be striking out much in this game.
Well, that sounds like a recipe for Matt Wallner to succeed, to be completely honest with you.
It does. Kind of does.
Sneak Turk in there too. And that sounds like it's Matt Wallner's job. It's his day to step up, make something happen. Is he up on Prize Picks today?
Matt Wallner, I think he's got some demons up.
Does he have a home run demon?
I believe so.
No way.
Maybe not. I think I saw it up there earlier.
Did they take it off because it was too free?
Yeah, he doesn't have shit up.
They took off. They took off like all the home run demons. There's only 3 Pirates up there now.
Are we getting runs today? Is it a grand salami over type day?
No, probably not. It's probably the opposite of that. But
yeah, it wouldn't make any sense because of weather, right?
Yeah.
Also, we cannot let this get swept, Javon. Free coin coming in with a 5-unit sub whale. Sure, you can.
Free coin.
Let's go free coins. Let's fucking go free coins. W Beast. Let me know what you're on today on the ice. All right. I don't know if I shout out this guy either, but Gargantuan Red also resubbed. Love that. 6 months, half a year. Let's make it a full year. Can you? W's. All right. Well, we've got some other MLB games going on today. We got Ryan Weathers up on the bump from Miami. That should help them get their first win, right?
Yeah, I'm backing him with Weathers on the mound. I'll tell you that.
Should we just start fading this Miami team until they fucking win a game?
No, let's not do that because they're going to win one. Okay. They're going to win one soon. And look, I wouldn't be shocked, honestly, if it's today because this is the one spot where, I don't know, nobody really wants to back him, which is a little surprising with Lance Lynn on the mound. This is like probably the one game you're going to get all year when nobody really wants to fade Lance Lynn. So I wouldn't be shocked. Today was the day, but I am certainly not going to the grave with Ryan Weathers. It definitely could help, if Contreras assumingly is out and think maybe another one. I don't know if Brendan Donovan would even be playing or starting in this lineup. He'd probably come on late, but I think he's a little banged up too after yesterday and might not play.
He might not even start against the lefty anyways, bro.
Well, that's what I was saying. But Ryan Weathers, it's not like he I don't know if he still had reverse splits toward the end of last year, but he did for a while. So yeah, I don't really know what the deal is with the Cardinals lineup today, but it's just a weird game that, I would get involved with Goldie, but not much else.
Okay. Yeah, how about Ryan Weathers and Lance Lynn, a total coming down to 8.5? And I'm pretty sure Miami has hit the over in every game this year. Maybe that trend has stopped. Yeah, it did. They snuck in an under 2 games ago. Okay. But either way, they're 6-1 to the over this season. We got a total at 8.5. That opened up at 9. That's dropping with guys like Ryan Weathers and Lance Lynn on the bump. Maybe we somehow, some way get a sneak under, but I'm good. Last time I tried to take a bet like that, Bryce Harper hit a grand slam almost off the ground like he was golfing to send the game over. So no thanks. I'll sit back and watch that one. To anybody who's got cojones big enough to bet Ryan Weathers today on the ML, probably the sharp side, but it's MLB. Okay, it's the first week of the season, second week of the season. You don't want to get too sharp, all right? If you bet too much baseball, you come out of the gates too hot, you take every sharp underdog, you're losing coins, all right? This is baseball. Got to use that baseball brain, all right? That's a reminder for me as well. What about Chicago and Kansas City? There's only, 5 games left on the slate today, and one of those is including – the second game of a doubleheader up there in New York between the Tigers and the Mets.
Yeah.
Anything in that late night, I guess technically late night Geyserman, 6:40 p.m. your time those start against the White Sox and Royals.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the late night for tonight.
That's the late night Geyserman tonight, and that's what we're stuck with. Yep.
Yeah. So I would love to say, because like the Royals make all the sense in the world in this game with Seth Lugo going against Michael Soroka, Soroka looked pitiful in his first start. And like the one thing that would be super great for the Royals, like he didn't strike anybody out in his first start. So like the Royals, you really want like a pitcher. If you want to dominate them, you want a pitcher who's going to make them whiff, who's going to generate a lot of whiffs and low in the zone and just make them look stupid. Soroka's not going to do that, but at the same time, he's going to get a lot of fly balls, and the Royals are a big fly ball hitting team. And this is the game with easily the most wind blowing directly in on the entire slate. So like I don't know. I would love to lay the Royals just for the vibes, but I have a bad feeling that it's not going to end well.
Yeah, how often do you see the Royals at freaking minus 175 against anybody? You don't, right? And that's why you want to take them. But then you got to sit back and look at what's going on here. They're playing the fucking White Sox. Soroka is on the bump. He is moose shit. Right? Chicago already got a win recently against Atlanta, right? Who knows if they're going to get another one anytime soon. They are that bad. I don't even think they want to be winning, right? That organization, it's like they're losing on purpose. So you don't see Kansas City up to minus 180 on some books very often, especially with a guy like Seth Lugo on the bump. So yeah, gun to my head, I do lean the Royals to get a win here, but how the heck do you play them at that number? You're not laying the minus 1.5 with the total coming down to 8, right? Maybe you parlay them with somebody super, super juicy as a favorites, in another sport who you love today, and you parlay them with Kansas City on the ML, somebody like super juicy, like minus 400 to get that line back down to minus 110. I don't know. I'm down to take a peep at it and see what we can craft up, but definitely not laying the Royals, minus 180 by themselves because it's Kansas City. That team's not good enough to lay that juice.
Yeah, I'm good on that. And like usually I would, I guess not usually. I guess you could say usually for when the White Sox are involved and you're fading them, I wouldn't say do a first 5 minus a half or anything, but like both of these bullpens are so god awful that I honestly would probably do that. If you're looking for like a price that's actually bettable, I think that was like minus 110. Take that if you really think the Royals are going to roll in this game, because the back end of this game, that's just what's giving me the gut feeling, because the White Sox and the Royals, those are two bullpens that I certainly don't want to hang my hat on. And the Royals bullpen has honestly been worse to start the season against worse teams. So I don't know. Something just giving me the gut about this game that I don't want to go to the wall with the trophies.
Yeah, I don't either, man. I don't either. Are you attacking this second game of the doubleheader anyway? I kind of gave my game plan, right? If the Mets lose game 1, double dip, go to them game 2. They probably won't lose both games at home. A doubleheader. If they do, I'll charge it. Where's your head at?
I really don't want to get involved. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
This looks like a carbon copy of the same game right now, so I'm good.
Okay. All right. Any other thoughts on that Nats game?
Not much. It's just it feels like a classic Martin Perez spot where it's, I don't know, somewhat obvious to fade him, but he's going to come back and get like some crazy run support or however he ends up, just finagling a dub out of the start. So, I don't want to get cute with the Nationals. I'll tell you that. Like, I like your over angle probably a little more, but it's another game that I just don't give a shit to get involved in.
Okay. It's fair. You want to talk about some hockey for today? We got plenty of games.
Yeah. You can tap into some hockey. Cards lineup is out.
Okay.
Fat Girl says no Wilson Contreras.
Whose lineup is out?
The Cards.
Goldie
in 2 spot behind Victor Scott. Dude, why is
Victor Scott? Yeah, that'll move the needle.
Why is Herrera hitting cleanup, dude? What are we doing? Actually, what are we doing?
Odubel Herrera?
No. It's Ivan Herrera.
Okay. I was about to say, what?
Odubel, I think, hung it up a little bit ago.
Yeah, he fucking showed that dude's a piece of shit.
Yeah. It's Moose.
We are not friends of Odubel Herrera around these parts. No. We do not like him. Not only was that guy a domestic violence guy, he was a Nat killer. My goodness. That guy played like he was fucking Ronald Acuna against the Nats every time he played against them. Dominated us. Straight up. That guy, I'm happy he finally hung him up. He was stinging us for years. All right, Nolan Gorman on the 5-hole. Yeah, not ideal. I don't know why they don't flip that personally, but all right.
I can understand.
I can understand guys hitting behind him.
Gorman's been Moose.
Yeah, he has been Moose. It's also lefty, but I mean, Ivan Herrera over Jordan Walker in the cleanup spot against the lefty.
Yeah, well, Jordan Walker, he needs to stop hitting singles.
I mean,
there's his power from Jordan Walker.
Love some singles when I have Goldie Hammer and RBI, especially if he's sitting on second. Ivan Herrera, though, man.
Singles would play.
What are we doing?
Singles would play.
What are we doing?
All right.
It's actually so soft.
Can I walk you through some hockey games and get your thoughts?
Sure. Do you have any plays that are burning in the back of your brain?
Well, I was going to do a good old, Crab's Ice special where we power through these games and see if any of these lines look weird, and you can kind of fill in if you like my angles, or if you don't, then we can kind of lean into those. Start out with Florida and Ottawa here. I mean, Florida minus 155, maybe getting like 10-ish sense of steam. On the road against Ottawa. They're playing like shit. Ottawa before their game last night was on absolute fuego. That's some line respect for Florida, huh? I know Ottawa's record stinks.
Yeah, I mean
the way Florida's been playing recently, that's some line respect.
Yeah, the Sens have been red hot recently before just dropping a little wild. So I mean, it feels like it could just be a get right spot for the Panthers because they need it badly at some point in the next couple weeks here. I don't want to be taking the Sens. That's for sure.
Okay. Penguins ML, probably your favorite play on the ice right now so far?
Yeah. I mean, that's like the biggest game on the slates, I guess, like playoff implications wise too, which is, I mean, part of the reason why I'm taking it. So yeah, give me the Pens in DC.
All right. Boston, Carolina. Looks like Boston is plus 125, plus 130, depends on where you look. This team is fucking good, but so is Carolina. Holy smokes, they're 47-21.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know if a team was up there with Boston. These are two of the best teams in hockey, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Are the Canes getting too much line respect here? I mean, they're up to what, minus 150 with two of the best teams in hockey playing. And Canes did beat them 2 of the last 3 times they played. Both teams are coming off of 2 wins in their last 2 games. Before that, they weren't playing too great, but pretty even matchup. Do you think Carolina's getting too much respect on that line up to minus 155 some places?
Yeah, and I mean the one thing they always get a lot of respect because they're like one of the best teams at home in hockey, but they're also getting quite a bit of respect because they are coming off of back-to-back shutouts of the Habs, which that doesn't seem very impressive on paper, but the Habs been playing sneakily competitive hockey against some of the best teams in the league, GG Cam, and the Red Wings, who are in the midst of a big playoff hunt. So 7-0 in the last 2 games for the Canes. That's why I will not think about backing them for a second today. Just simply can't do it. What's the sitch over there, man? We got you an absolute moose.
The sitch is that I'm about to fucking dive head first through my monitor and just call it day. Is the sitch.
That's crazy.
That's the sitch.
Moose.
Yeah, if you're wondering what the sitch is, that's it. But yeah, I'll get the camera fixed right now. Let's keep moving.
Yeah. Keep moving. Lightning game coming off of yesterday. I'm pretty sure that they're going to go with Tompkins. I don't know if that's been expected yet, but they just called him up because Jonas Johansson is still banged up, their backup goalie. So they called up Tompkins, who is absolutely, I mean, if he was their backup for the entirety of the season, that would be one of the worst backups in the league. So maybe like an obvious letdown spot, I guess you could say, for the Lightning against the Habs, who they just kind of got shut out, but this is like a weird weird situation for them to go to Montreal against a team and an organization who absolutely hates them for what they did in the Stanley Cup Finals. It's always a gritty game against the Habs, but maybe an obvious letdown spot, but I certainly would not rule it out because the goaltending situation is just that bad today. It's like I would say Habs on the ML. I got very close to pushing the button on.
Yeah, dude, I'm putting in work over here. I'm liking what you're saying, though.
Kind of grooving over there.
I'm liking what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's keep going. We're back. Okay, we've got Colorado, Minnesota. Colorado getting 30 cents of steam. Probably should be against the Wilds.
Yeah.
Thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go anywhere near fading the Avs in this game, personally. It just feels like one of those games, and the Avs have been not so great themselves. They just lost, 3 of 4 and got embarrassed by the Blue Jackets in their last game, which Trent was in Moose because he had a Green Goblin for McKinnon 1.5 points, and they scored 1 goal in the game, and McKinnon was not involved. So maybe it's just the get-right game in Minnesota, who just had a big win of their own. Not they've been much better for, I guess, prior to the last couple of games, but yeah, big steam goalie announcement. I would assume made a little change in that. I don't know if I want to get involved there, but I ain't fading the Avs.
Okay. Yeah, I like the Avs. Don't know if it's worth playing at -165, but maybe a decent parlay piece today on the road.
Definitely a solid point here too, though, because they do play the Oilers, and those games are literally, that's probably the best matchup in hockey to watch, as we've seen a couple times already. So
yeah,
they're on the road for both of those games. So it's a weird little sandwich spot. So I'm not taking the Avs. I'll tell you that much. But that's a massive game that they have looming.
Oh, it's
all right.
Laying the juice tonight, Grabs.
What do you say?
He's laying the juice.
We're not scared of laying the juice. We're not fearing it. We're embracing it. Well, it is the Avs ML. I feel like trying to get a pass at them. That's like a late night tradition. It's like the Dodgers. Doesn't count. But yeah, that team does win, and love that they're getting almost 30 cents of steam on the road against a solid Minnesota squad. So I'm with you. I'm not going to tell you differently.
I also do really want to take the Oilers tomorrow too. So I would love if the Avs just snuck out a win today and the Oilers just got embarrassed last night, as the guy sitting below me just saw in person.
That game will have 17,000 goals in it.
Which one? The Oilers game?
Yeah.
Tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow. So
well, when those teams played in the playoffs last year, wasn't every game 10 goals a game? Or am I making that up?
I don't know. But they had, I think last time they played, that was everybody's POD, and it was 3-2. So at least you have that. But yeah, those are the two most offensively talented teams in the league, you could argue. So, it makes sense.
Right.
But
okay.
Yeah, you might be thinking of that Flame series. It's Flames Oilers, right? That was
Flames Oilers is what I'm thinking
2 years ago.
100%.
2 years ago. They had that one game 100%. That was 8-7 or some shit.
I remember sitting out at a patio bar around me, watching those games as the cam fucking dies again. Riddle me that. Actually riddle me that, because I just fucking plugged it in.
With these TikTok cams, bro.
Trent, this one is not even a top cam, brother. This one's a nice cam. This is a good cam.
That's crazy. Krabs is just
this cam can lick me from the back, dude.
Krabs, I'm sending Geek Squad to your house.
Dude, you might need to get your ass over here, bro. Straight up.
This is Moose. Absolute Moose.
We might need to send Goots over here.
Moose gas.
For some IT support.
Literally Moose gases. Trent, you got any whales? You got any whales in the ice, man, other than the Avs?
Yeah. You're not going to like them, though.
Let me hear him.
Avs money line and the Kings puck line.
The Kings? Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, they play the Sharks.
The Kings is kind of a lazy pick, and so is the Avs.
Do we get in the lab for these, or we just push buttons early?
I kind of pushed buttons on Kings, but Avs, that was labbed up. Coming off a -400 loss to the CBJ Blue Jackets, bro. You don't think they're going to come out buzzing?
No, it's fair. I can at least respect the Avs play.
I said in the morning, yeah, I admitted that the Kings was a lazy wager and I needed a whale. So if you're not going to tail anything, don't tail the Kings -1.5. Could be a rat shit wager.
Could be. I think the Sharks beat them last time though, so at least you have that. I believe. I'm double checking now.
Could be right.
Could be right.
I do have a surgical 5-man that's not losing.
Let's hear the 5-man.
I should have hit that 6-man yesterday. Fucking McDavid, McBagel. My plays today, not much baseball, which fucking blows.
Yeah, it's Moose Light.
Moose, all daytime baseball, and then the Royals at night, which I'm taking the over in that game.
The over?
Yeah. What do you like in that game?
Probably the under, but I bet not.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, got it. But I mean, taking it over with those two bullpens is not a bad idea.
My plays on the 5-man as the Mets, I think, just scored. W
Mets.
Let's go to the NBA. I mean, if you had one guess, what would it be?
Let's take a look at the NBA board. Are we talking PP squares?
Yeah.
The Clippers.
Well, that's one straight bet.
Well, I do see the Nuggets play today. So I'm going to guess that Jokic RA is making an appearance on the card.
Not RA, just the rebounds.
Okay.
Got it at 12.5. Saw it was -130 on DraftKings. Had a feeling it was going to get bumped to 13, so I locked it in, did some lab work. He's played the Clippers 10 times. Only one time he hasn't gotten 13-plus rebounds. And it got bumped to 13. So let's fucking go. Love that. WCLVs. Shout out OzJamp. That's the first leg. Next leg is Kyrie Irving's points. I think this is the highest total on the slate in that game. And Kyrie's never scored less than 25 against the Atlanta Hawks in 4 games. And so we're riding that. And we're going with 25.5 points. Next leg is the Brotherly Booper Bowl. We got a Kachuk SOGs, Brady Kachuk against his brother with McKinnon SOGs, of course. And then last leg's Bobby Witt fantasy score.
See, that one I could at least respect. Can respect that one. That's not the worst entry you've ever made.
No, there's 2 green gobbies in it. Little soft, but did that yesterday, and they were both free as fuck. And I've learned not to be afraid of the green gobbies. You just kind of have to embrace them at this point because they're everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we don't even have like the OG line, so maybe we can't.
Yeah, I don't have those.
Don't even have much to do anyway. But yeah, kind of down. I want to get weird with some props or some squares in that Mavs game outside of Gafford free throws, which is going to hit.
Yeah,
step on court.
I've put some coin aside to throw a couple other entries today, so we're going to need to craft.
You might have to get involved. Well, if you want a late night square, it made an appearance on my Sharp Report side today.
No, I didn't. I missed the beginning. James Harden. I was literally thinking James Harden, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be James.
Points. I was looking at RA potentials, but I didn't even look at the points.
Yeah, points. Which you got some bumpage. He was at 15.5. Wow. So, they know the injury news by now. Who's out, who's not. So it was not related to that.
Is this the system? After a moose shit shooting night, you go back to him?
Yeah, kind of. But it's also like it's a moose shit shooting night where he didn't get much volume when he was supposed to against a terrible defense when they were missing Kawhi for the first game. And now much tougher defense, but better matchup for him, kind of, because they're not going to be able to score outside of him on MPJ and Aaron Gordon. There's just too much size there.
What is happening, dude?
Dude. Krabs is literally in Geek Squad.
He's geeked out on Geek Squad.
Geeked out on Geek Squad, bro. It's crazy. What is that Cam doing?
So Harden points, that could make entry today.
Harden points, yeah. I had 3 up there today. I had Harden points, and Gafford free throws for the 2, which could be the difference.
And what's the third?
Krabs remembered back.
Yeah, I'm back. Keep going.
Oh, there we
What's the
go.
third?
Third was Goldie. Here on RBI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I might reenact that video that UPS Paul did where he barreled through that, some sort of outdoor fence and dove into the pool. I might just do that with this monitor. So if I come on to BTL tomorrow with shards of glass in my face, you know what it's from. Okay. Gates, we might need you over here in Virginia, brother. We might need to get you mobile.
Might need it.
All right. Javon, what are we thinking about James Harden? We're taking his more than. He got bumped up pretty weird when he's been playing like no shit, right? I can get down with a little Javon James Harden backing.
Has to be done.
Like he knows his spots with Harden.
I do pick him pretty well. It's also like every time I bet on him, it's just always a fully redded out chart.
Yeah.
I don't bet on him often, but it's just the spots.
It is always a full Reddit out chart because that's how you convince me. I'm like, all right, I'll dabble with James Harden. Next thing you know, 40 piece.
Yeah.
Effortless.
Yo, mods, can we get a poll going on who you think should be sent down to Waxahachie first? O'Neal Cruz or Ellie De La Cruz?
Ooh, which Cruz? Which Cruz gets sent down first? People are talking.
You know what's funny about that? Because Ellie is on an 11-game hitting streak.
What?
People don't realize that because they just see his strikeouts. He's on an 11-game hitting streak dating back to last year.
I'm gonna have to throw my challenge flag on that one.
Is that true?
Throw your challenge flag.
I'm throwing that.
You might need to see the Carfax on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Throw your challenge flag. 11-game hitting streak. 11-game hitting streak. Check the Carfax.
Kish, are you serious, bro? Confirmed.
Yeah, he goes 1 for 4 every game with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Confirmed.
Wow.
confirmed.
Plays upheld.
250. He gets 1 hit a game. I mean, yeah, sure. He's on an 11-game hit streak. Is that moving the needle though? A base knock every day.
You'll nominate Brian De La Cruz. Yeah, he's definitely worth the conversation too.
Yeah, he had a nuke the other day. He's all right.
No, he's on the Marlins though, so
yeah. I mean, where are you going to send him down to? Their team's already a AAA team at this point.
That's facts. Holy smokes!
Brian
we got
Hill.
Garrett Lambert coming in resubbing. We got Len Bong resubbing. Good to see Lenny getting active, getting up and moving. Rated coming in resubbing. What's up, Trent?
I thought Lembong got canceled.
I think he's back. He did his time and he's back.
It's like
Hype train is rolling, folks.
Corners, no outs for the Tigers grabs.
I fucking bet, dude. You know it wasn't going to be too easy. They're up 3-0, though.
Yeah, pull that thing up, Goods.
Top of the 6th, 1st and 3rd, no outs. Hauser's still in the game. Looks like Parker Meadows got walked and then Torque singled, and we're here.
Dude, I'm pissed. I totally had the intentions to nuke this Nerfy and totally forgot it started at 11.
Yeah, super early start because of the doubleheader. Yep.
We got a first-time chatter here asking about the Cowboys.
What should my Cowboys draft at 24? We lose our QB in 25, and we lost a lot to free agent. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so thrown off by that question. To be honest with you, I don't have a big board up of the back end of the first rounds for draft projections, but the Cowboys should probably draft maybe some linemen to replace the guys that have left recently. I wouldn't hate taking a no lineman at the back end of that first round.
Or
they got the weapons. They got Dak. Dak isn't going anywhere. He's better re-sign a fat deal with them, whether it's this year or next year. He's not going anywhere.
Dak ain't leaving, man.
He ain't leaving.
I meant to shout out Jeff Rosso on my morning yap. That dude needs to quit pitching and get in the lab, bro.
Yeah, dude. He's hanging him up, I think, is what he said.
I didn't see a hang him up tweet. Hate to see that.
Yeah, it's been that type of couple weeks for the Sharps, Trent. You see some of them hanging it up. We're not going anywhere, but it's been tough. It has. Poor Jeff Rosso, man. You know he's got a Mets
last night, though.
Yeah, that is facts. You know Jeff Rosso has a sneak Mets ML ticket in his pocket, looking for them to get their first win right now. Has to. 100%. All right, we got 20 minutes left. We haven't talked any NBA. Trent, you're up here. I would love to get your opinions on
this is where
5 games.
This is where we could use some Trent.
I like the Warriors -4.5. I thought that was a weird line. with the Rockets and how red hot they are.
Okay.
And how moose shit the Warriors have looked lately.
The Warriors
speaking
are kind of hot themselves.
Huh?
The Warriors are hot as ma.
I think I just thought this was a weird line. I didn't think it would be. I thought it would be a little shorter than that.
I'm definitely not taking Houston with that line, but I don't know if I want a piece of either one.
And then I took the Clippers. I thought that was a weird line too, but I just autoed the Clips.
Clippers part 85. Huh?
Is anybody out for the Clippers? Why'd that line move?
Yeah, Kawhi's out.
Okay.
Wait, what is that line? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 1.5 or 2 last night when I was looking at the openers. Makes sense, though, if Kawhi's out.
Yeah, seems fair.
Hawks, Mavs.
I got nothing in that Heat Sixers game. I don't bet on the East. I bet on the East, but rarely.
East. It's half the league.
I hate the Eastern Conference.
He does only bet the fucking the Thunder, the Warriors,
Never
the most trend move I've ever heard.
Mavs, the
Sixers.
Kings.
I don't even want to I won't even fucking check the stats on that game. I don't.
Dude, the more that I actually think about it, this motherfucker actually doesn't bet on the East.
I don't.
Unless it's like the Bucks.
Hornets, fucking Pacers. I don't even check it. Like I don't even fucking consider labbing that game.
You fade the Wizards sometimes, and then they win or cover.
Yeah. The Bucks and Celtics are like the only 2 fucking Eastern Conference teams.
Fuck the East. I'm with you. All right. Well, if you don't bet the East, well, shit. Kind of cut some of the options down here. There's only 5 games. So, Javon, any of these 5 pieces looking at you funny?
I mean, I'm definitely down to get involved with the Warriors.
Hose his ass.
Hose him.
No.
Oh, GG. There's one.
What's the bet you're sweating here?
Yes, the
That's ML.
Nice.
That's ML skis. Yep. Hold. I need to see Edwin Diaz get a fucking save opportunity. He's just wasting away in the bullpen out there. Hate to say it.
Maybe GG.
All right. Well, what about the Mavs? I guess Mavs are in the East, and so is Atlanta. Mavs are in the East or what?
Mavs are in the West. They're in the West.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hawks East.
Atlanta's in the East. We can at least talk about this one. That's a fatty spread. So are there people out for Atlanta here in this game? I can look it up.
They just played last night too, but
They played last night.
I just look at this and think, what has Dallas done to be at -12?
Well, you can ask, what has Luka done? Because the last time the Hawks played, he had 73.
Holy fuck!
People forget.
It was that game.
Well, these 2 teams drafted Trae Young and Luka, and they flipped that motherfucker the day of the draft.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some ill will. Maybe there's some like revenge or, some you didn't want me, you flipped me to the other team type performances here. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm looking at the score of the last game these guys played. It was 148 to 143. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Almost 300 points in that game.
Yeah. I mean, it was Luka crabs.
Absurd. And the total's down to 228 from 231.5. Give me the under. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
pretty
a little different of a team. But yes, I'm not terribly off you. Or terribly away from that.
Is anybody out for the Hawks in this game? I'm pulling up their lineups.
I mean, are you talking about just since like the first time they played?
I'm talking about, in the recent weeks.
Well, I mean, that game wasn't very recent. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Trae Young, obviously out still.
I felt like years.
Dallas has
That was literally years.
Derek Lively out. Is that fucking matter?
Sharp Time says 7 racks on a Nats team total over, bro.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Today?
Let me go confirm that.
If that's today, I mean, Jesus Christ. I do like runs today, and the Nats hit lefties so well last year. They get Martin Perez, who's a fraud today. Maybe they fucking light it up and put up a crooked number. But we know how that goes. Okay.
That's a crazy graphic.
7,000 on the Nationals to score 5
That's crazy.
is nuts.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I guess this
That
was
is
the
nuts.
Hawks yesterday too. The Hawks got 50 dropped
Wouldn't
on
drop
Malachi
50
Flynn yesterday.
on the Hawks.
Oh yeah, dude. You
Are
guys see
you
that?
kidding me?
my slips down or we're one leg down on my entry.
Yeah, and your goat well.
Dude.
Malachi.
People on Twitter did not like this one.
Dude, people actually thought it was real. They're like,
wow, bro.
Dude, wow, Trent faking slips in this economy to try and get impressions. We gotta grow up.
Come on, dude.
We gotta grow up.
So you're gonna thrash your party of 4 coming in. W's.
Yeah,
all right. Are we getting out of this fucking inning or what, boys? What's going on here, Gates?
Potentials.
We got in-play outs. There we go. Get those boys off the field. Get those boys off the field. Let's go hit. Come on. Come on, Mets. Let's get on the board. Okay? Moose shit, Orc.
It's hard.
Moose shit. Fucking Nats are looking like the Dodgers compared to the Mets right now. That can't last.
Yeah, that's good.
Right?
I wanted to take the Knicks in the Garden, but I feel like the Kings been winning games they
should. Let's talk about that game though, because it's like 2 completely different squads. I know the Kings have, practiced their defense all off season. That's all they worked on. That's all I fucking heard when I turn on the NBA games. But we know how the Kings win. Okay, they win with their fucking offense. The Knicks are the opposite, right? They win with their defense. Their totals are low. They're physical. Interesting game. I'm curious to see what's happened if these guys have played each other recently. Looks like they did a couple weeks ago, 98-91. Knicks won outright as dogs. Very, very low scoring. Total down from 216 to 214 in this contest. I wouldn't be taking the over. I wouldn't be expecting points. They're playing this game up in New York. But I wouldn't mind maybe a little stab, on the Kings if you're looking for a little Western play here. I thought they'd be opening up plus 5.5 maybe. I think that line is maybe a spec short. What do you think, Javon?
I don't know if I'd say a spec short because the Knicks have been kind of playing like moose the last handful of games.
3 straight losses. Yep.
Yeah. It's just like it's a weird, I wouldn't go anywhere near taking the Knicks. It's a weird game for the Kings because like they have shown that they can't handle any sort of physicality against really any team, not just the Knicks. And the Knicks are like the pinnacle of that. It's like I don't want to get involved with the side. I mean, maybe the under. I know that game that they had a couple weeks ago. I mean, neither team crossed 100. It's like a Knicks staple game, but I wouldn't be shocked to see the same thing happen again, especially like the Kings are a heavy shooting team, and a lot of their guys have really significant, really drastic splits home and away, like Keegan Murray, Kevin Huerter, like all those guys, Harrison Barnes too, I guess, on the wing. It's just like I don't see them being able to hang physically with them. So if they scratch out a win, it's just probably going to have to be because the Knicks can't score themselves either.
Okay. All right. You want to talk some NIT championship here real quick?
Oh, is that?
I don't know if you're aware, but we got a pretty good basketball game tonight.
Oh my god!
We got Seton Hall, Indiana State, 2 very solid squads, 2 teams that you could make a very good argument that got snubbed from the NCAA tourney, and now they're here in the NIT finals. Not surprising. We talked about it before. Motivation is half the battle in the NIT tourney. So these 2 teams played pissed off. They played like they, want to prove a point that they should have been in the real tourney, and now they're facing off in the championship. And you're going to see pretty much everyone and their mother on Indiana State here. They're an extremely trendy team. They're a very good team. Okay, one of the better mid-majors we've seen in recent years coming out of nowhere. Indiana State's Larry Bird played there. People forget, but since then, I mean, they really haven't done much in recent years. This year, out of fucking nowhere, they got Robbie Avila, who's a stud. Would love to see them pay him so he can come back to Indiana State next year. Seton Hall, I think they're going to have way too much talent from their guards in this contest. Everyone's talking about Robbie Avila. Everyone's talking about Indiana State's and their 3-point shooting. How about Seton Hall and their, 2, maybe 3 NBA type guards who I can see playing at least in the summer league on the Seton Hall Pirate squads, who still also out to prove that they should have been in the March Madness tourney as well, not just Indiana State. I like the points. I like Seton Hall. I think they win this game outright, but I will be taking the spreads.
Sure. I'm with you. I just like points for somewhat of the same reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is also in Indiana, I think, grabs too, though. It's crazy, pretty much a road environment, which may have something to do with an extra, point or so on the line because it's not really a neutral. But yeah, that'll be an interesting.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to be on Indiana State. I'll take my chances with who I think is just the better overall team with NBA talent on their squad. I think guard play wins in the NIT tourney at a point like this. We see guard play typically dominate, the postseason just in college basketball in general until Zach Edey got here this year. And we'll see if he actually wins something for once. But, guard play dominates in the postseason. I think it's going to dominate in this matchup. I'm taking their 3 electric guards over Robbie Avila, but give me the points.
Sure.
All right. Trent, any initial thoughts on the NIT? Any teams you want to back?
They both have been respecting my coin. I don't know who to fade.
I mean, you could take some prize pick squares in this game. Javon likes the over. I think there'll be some points as well. Seton Hall can keep up with Indiana State's pace, and people forget Indiana State led D1 in threes made this season. Crazy, and they didn't make the fucking tournament. So these teams could score. They put the ball in the hoop. It's going to be a very exciting game. It's not going to be like a UVA type, snooze fest. It's not worth your time. Definitely some prize pick squares to target. Javon, were there any guys in that game who you think are going to go off?
I haven't gotten to lab for squares of this game, but I mean, I would love to take Seton Hall 3-point angles. I guess the one that I see is Alamir Dawes on the board, which might have to just bite the bullet on that one, even though it's super green. Because I mean, that's the spot where I think there's going to be points. That's like the value extraction, I guess, for that game, because Seton Hall is definitely going to see an uptick in volume for threes, and I think they're going to go in against that 3-point defense for Indiana State. So that's probably what I would do just off of first impression.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough to pick between these guards, and Dawes.
Yeah, makes it difficult.
Davis, Wusu. It's not easy. Shit, man. I want to see if there's any weird-looking squares up for these guys. Probably don't want to target Bediako. I'd say maybe going with Richmond or one of these other guards. What about Kadari Richmond on Seton Hall, Javon?
I mean,
slept on guy?
Yeah, I have no issue doing that. He's just not really like the transition guy I think of.
Interesting looking
It
chart.
is red, though. It is red as maw.
It might just be the goat Alamir Dawes, to be honest with you. He's been cooking for this team. He's dropped 20 points in 4 of their last 5 games, carrying them in this tourney. It might just be Alamir Dawes. Square up and take him. He drops another 20 piece.
Yeah.
I literally wouldn't mind squaring up and taking that.
Yeah, it just might have to be done, dude.
All right. Well, we got about 8 minutes, and we still have not gotten back on track with the squad ride. So why don't we take this time, Javon? Why don't we lock in, take our time? Trent, feel free to stick around. Maybe we need that for the vibes. Goots, I want to see that goddamn train. Run it. All right, chat. Squad rides. Listen, okay? They're not hitting. And that's an issue, all right, that we need to fix immediately. I'm looking at what we've been doing, all right? We're still, treading water here, 35, 27, and 2 in the new year in 2024, okay, on squad ride. So still in the green, but not nearly as good enough, okay? At least not for me. Javon, we got to pick it up, man. Straight up.
Have to.
All right, we owe the people a winner today. We owe the people 5 plays, hopefully. At least some good options here to pick from. Where do you want to start? What are you in love with on today's, pretty mid-slate?
Well, I want to hear, out of the plays on the ice, which one is looking at you funny?
Someone's taking notes about Crab's ice knowledge, huh?
I feel like your ice instincts are in the right place.
I think my ice instincts are unmatched, unparalleled, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they honestly might be. You pick your spots.
They're like 99 rating.
Yeah.
To be honest. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish that was the case for baseball. But if I look at all my fucking bets I've tracked for the last 3 years for NHL, they're green as mud. So I'm in. I'll give you the plays I like. I like Pitt. I don't love Pitt. Like Florida, but I like Pitt better. Nothing really too much in Boston there. I like the Avs, but they're too juicy, man.
They're very juicy.
Like the Avs are winning that game. That's what I'm feeling in my gut. The Avs actually win that game, and that's crazy coming out of my mouth because it's the fucking Colorado Avs. But they're winning that game.
Rare.
I don't know.
Pitt's Crabs.
It could be Pitt. That's probably my favorite play on the ice, but there's no, lightning.
Not loving that.
There's no lightning ML from yesterday type vibe on the ice today. So I think you make the judgment call, whatever play you like.
We can circle back to the ice. Let's circle back to the ice because you know where my head's out there.
Okay.
NIT.
Yeah. NIT could be profitable here. I need
Could
to
be.
check the Splittersons. I haven't looked at the splits for this game. I'd love to give it a peep. The total's obviously up almost 2 points, which is a great sign. The movement on the spreads overall, not ideal for Seton Hall, but I mean, it's Indiana State. It's Robbie Avila. If people are betting that game, they're betting on Indiana State. And the books aren't open to lose money. So, in my opinion, and seeing that line pull back on half the books from 3.5 to 3 anyways, is good enough to give Seton Hall a look on the spread. But if you're extremely confident in that total and the splits look right, and they do, 68% of bets, 81% of handle on that over, I wouldn't mind going with it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that over. That's where my head's at.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, 36% of bets, 45% of handle on Seton Hall ML. A couple more bets than I thought. Let's go with the over in Indiana State and Seton Hall. I'm down.
Sure.
I'm in there. All right, we'll take that first. Let's go to Pitt, Washington. Total has dropped since we started BTL, which is nice. Love to see that. Can't fucking make it up, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Can't make it up. All right. What else, dude? We don't have that many options, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we really don't, which makes it difficult. I'm looking through the NBA right now. Some of the ones we talked about.
What about the under in the Kings and Knicks?
Yeah, I'm down for that. 214.
Do you like that better, or do you like the under in Atlanta, Dallas better after they scored 300 last time they played?
Probably the Knicks Kings a little better.
Knicks Kings under 214. Yeah. Okay. Any Heat angles from your boys?
I mean, I like the Heat. They did, which they weren't the only team injured in that game that they just played, but they were played like the backups pretty much between both teams. Sixers took them down then. They match up well, or better at least, with Embiid in the lineup and healthy than they really do against their B team lineup, the Sixers. So, I mean, I like the Heat. I think they get some get back today. But, yeah, this is, I guess, the one problem. We're going to see who actually ends up playing, which is
okay.
I don't want to get stuck with a Heat ticket and then 4 Sixers get fucking rolled out.
Dude, this is fucking beat. I hate these games.
Yeah, slate is.
I hate these games.
Moose.
I don't even want to take that over in Pitt, Washington either, because all the bets are coming in on the over and the total's dropping before first pitch.
Yeah, it's tough to back an over today.
MLB demon entry.
There's no way we got there already.
After he says it's tough to take overs today. MLB demon overs? Anyone? How about 6 of them together in one?
Now, Krabs, what if we got involved with a square and broke the rule? Because I feel like we might have to at this rate. With everything, we have no options.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do it.
Don't know if you can do it.
I don't know if I could do it. What about the Marlins ML? Fuck it.
Dude, no.
Stop. Yeah, we're done here. We're done here with that.
We could wait till the Tigers blow game 1 and then take the Mets game 2.
I mean, we can't. We can't wait on that, Krabs.
I'm thinking.
Thinking hard.
Why don't we put the Penguins ML in there? That's a winner.
Put the Penguins ML in there, surely.
Let's put that in there. Right now we've got that. We've got the Kings Knicks under, and we've got the Indiana State Seton Hall over. Those are the 3 plays we have in this puppy right now.
Okay.
Penguins ML, Ravs hype, I'm sure. W Ravs. Maybe we just roll with those 3. Give the people a big 3. They can decide.
I really don't see many more straight options to put in there.
Any pitch cake?
No pitch cake.
No. I think we roll with those 3 plays. Quality over quantity. We don't force. 3 plays, 3 winners. Go, go, go.
Yeah, can't force.
I don't want to overextend here, Javon. Let's keep it quality over quantity with these couple plays we like, because there's just not that many games out there today anyways, you know?
Yeah, it's really not.
Chat, 3 plays, 3 winners. We've got the over in Indiana State and Seton Hall over 159. The Sacramento Kings and New York Knicks under 214. And the Penguins ML on the ice. All right, 3 plays, 3 winners. Hurry up, go, 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 go. Get your votes in, will you? All right, we need 100 votes for the winner. No excuses. We only got 3 options for you today. All right, if you're watching on the YouTube, that's awesome. You're beating the system. You're not watching the ads. But you got to get your ass over here to the Twitch right before the squad ride votes so you can lock in your play. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube's, that's straight. But come over to the Twitch page at Bookit Sports and lock in your squad ride votes. All right, before the third stream starts up here in a couple minutes. We got Trent taking over here. Very curious to hear what he's crafting up on today's Mooshit slate. We got enough NBA, though. We'll be okay. We got a couple MLB games. All right, so if you want to pitch Trent a winner, get ready. Next couple minutes, he'll drop the link in the Twitch chat, and you could come on and pitch him a play that you like for today. All right? Looks like it's going to be Pens ML running away with this puppy, unless anything crazy changes. Javon, I got no problems with that.
I feel good
I got
about
no problems.
it. I feel great about it.
I got no problems with that.
This could be exactly what we need to get out of the rut.
Come on. We should have been on the ice yesterday for the squad ride. We weren't. Maybe that makes up for it today.
Should have.
Okay. Penguins ML against my Caps. Might have to go and just touch foot inside that building. Get in, get out, buy the cheapest ticket, come home. So we get an under and we get no Caps goals. Straight up.
Huge.
That could be a squad rides. You know, if we're on a losing streak, a way to change the narrative, we just nuke the Caps under and I just walk in that building and we're set.
I mean, that would be hard.
If it comes to it, next game, I will make that move. Okay.
Yeah.
Tonight, we've got the Penguins on the ML squad rides. We're getting our coins back. All right, chat. Trust the process. All right. A lot of people have bad weeks and, you know, they quit, so they give up, whatever. We're not going anywhere. Okay. You're stuck with my ass for eternity. I'm going to be giving you bets. All right. Till the day you fucking die. So stick with us. Betting's a roller coaster. There's ups and downs, and we are still, 8 games over 500 in the new year for the squad rides. I'm not stressed. All right. We're going to bounce back today with a win. Penguins ML on the ice. Stick around for the surgical stream starting up right now. Go pitch Trent to play, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be seeing. Peace, guys.